So I'll call the meeting to order. It is 11. Oh, sorry, 1:32. I'm still in the morning. Roll call. Should I do it? Okay. Cristina Duarte. Here. JJ Gomez.
Here.
Federico Elizondo.
Here.
Orlando Navarro. Viviana here. Roberto Gonzalez. Valeria Gonzalez here. Ruby Rangel. Media Robles here. Francisco Reyes. And soon to be hopefully unvacant.
And I have a question. Do we need to record this meeting?
I'm sorry?
Do we need to record the meeting? Or
Yes, we do. I already, these are already recorded.
Oh, it's right. Oh, okay, perfect. Awesome.
Okay. So, I'm going to, I know that Sabrina's on her way, so I'm gonna wait and do, a president report on several issues later. If we can get through the secretary's report.
Yeah, so, I have attached Maria was kind enough to attach the minutes onto your folder. So, just a brief overview of their motions that, happened last time. So we, accepted the minutes and to adjourn as well. But, something that we also, implemented moving forward is to have the grants as an active item on the agenda. So that way, whenever we meet, we don't have to wait until the next meeting to have a grant. So by putting it in the agenda as an ongoing active item, whenever a grant opportunity comes up or whenever we need to take action, because sometimes these grant deadlines are really quick, it'll be on there. So if you look at the agenda, it now includes discussion with possible action on grant update. And so that'll just give us that flexibility to update anything needed for grants for, if we need to take collective action on that. But that's pretty much it for the secretary's report. And if anybody wants to put a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Okay. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it.
Are we supposed to have a copy of the minutes? But,
They're in, aren't they here?
Yeah, they should be.
On the left-hand side?
Yeah, we're looking for two.
oh, is it the Zoom one?
And it should say that. Secretary.
In the 12 one?
You go ahead and if you all want, carry on with the meeting and I'll get the minutes right now.
Okay. So onto the treasurer's report. Since Roberto isn't here, I think we're gonna have to go to the next one unless, did he contact anybody to? I can tell you that, he did pick up, or on his way to pick up, that did pick up a $3,500 check that comes from the symposium to LCUAS, and that should be deposited in the next, so. Anyways, so we'll defer, that item to the next meeting. And, go to the executive director's report.
Thank you.
Do you have a copy of your report? Did you send anything in?
No, I didn't send it, but I
Okay.
can send it to you
Okay,
after the meeting, yes. Talking about the grants, I want to request approval from you to apply to the Marconi Vergara Trust. The deadline closes October 15 or 16. Last year I applied by myself. I have a project called the Pepper Project, which is working in the garden with children and youth. I applied last year, but we didn't get it because we didn't meet the requirements, which the main requirement was to have the 501c3. Now we have it. Now I want to request approval to apply again.
For how
We
much?
applied. I believe it was for something like 80,000, something like that.
And what,
For,
do
to
they,
work 1 year.
I know Lamar Bruni, it's all about education.
Yeah, they help purchase education, philanthropic organizations. Now, what I think, I think honestly that they didn't, help us because we didn't meet the requirements and also because we are a new organization, they don't know us yet. So my second, line here is, if someone from the board or someone from the LBB that they want to come and see our work, come to the garden and see what we do, that will help.
what's the limit of what you can ask for? What
I
is,
believe it's like, 100,000.
okay, so, I don't know what the application looks like. Have you ever?
I have it, one, it's very,
Laredo Ministry has applied as well. We
Yeah.
didn't get it, but one of the tips that they did tell us was to make sure whenever you apply, they will support educational, community education.
Yeah.
So just, I think if you are.
that's the idea.
And what's a pepper
The
project?
Pepper Project is education, garden education, agricultural education with kids and youth and schools, right, local schools.
So do the local schools send a letter? Do they give you a letter that they're gonna work with you?
No. Can ask.
So
I'll go.
whether they're private schools or whatever? So who usually helps you with the grants?
Last year, we had a consultant, we hired a consultant, she helped us last year. Right now, Francisco from the bank is helping me. He's on the board. But he's not
Okay,
working today for that.
and that food forest that I sent you, what happened with that?
I can apply, I will apply to that. Again, I applied, before you sent me that, like last year, I believe. We didn't get it. But that's an open, application.
So,
And there, I believe you can apply one time per year.
mhm.
The recurring grants that are open all year, it's
Yeah.
once every 12 months, you apply.
That grant, I mean, I can apply again and we get probably, if we ask for 53, 33.
Well, I know also the Laredo Area Foundation is doing like $10,000 to $15,000 grants. So, you should look that one up as well.
That's a local,
Laredo Area Foundation.
Laredo area from, yes.
So, maybe you can send us send me a list of the grants and a link to the grants.
Mhm.
And, maybe I can give you some pointers.
Yeah. And,
But the Lamar Bruni is due October 15th.
yeah, so, April each year it closes. Now, I think that reasonable and attainable opportunity, we apply.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to thank, Mr. Gomez and his people from Parks. It's been a very difficult summer, cleaning and weeding and their help has been very, very appreciated. And we've been, for the last couple of months, cleaning and weeding, and it's been difficult. Now it's lovely. This is the time of the year that people slowly comes back to the garden. This is actually our system is like the school calendar. People go back to school and they'll start coming to the garden to May, June, and then that space from June to August, very difficult for us in the garden.
So what kind of, what have you have scheduled for the garden for the next growing
And
season?
gardening sessions every Saturday.
So is that online or?
Yeah, that's on Facebook and Instagram. Every time we meet,
No.
yes, we post something.
That's for volunteers, but what about like workshops and things like that?
Well, I'm waiting for my idea right now is, I'm waiting for the Master Gardeners program so that we can work together with them in the garden, so that our garden can be like a base or headquarters for that Master Gardener program without divided. But I mean, in the last meeting we had through Zoom, we're waiting for their dates. But I'm assuming it's gonna be during the weekends.
Yeah, I have to check on that. I know I received an email with that
Because I'm
information. Let me check.
actually registered to take the program, and I'm offering them the garden.
Cause I know they already, if I'm not mistaken, they scheduled a date already over there at Lightown. No, there's already another, but I'll check and I'll forward it to you.
Do you have a contact person that you talk to there?
Yes, esta muchacha.
Okay,
Cifuentes.
so,
So do you wanna wait for to review the Lamar Bruni before we make a motion, or should he apply?
well, I think we need to apply, but we need to also look at it. We need to see what you're applying for, or how you're applying, and review the grant itself
So
before it
before,
goes in.
I have
by
a,
passing this one before,
I
wouldn't that
I
allow
can
you to
work-
pass without having to bring it for another?
I
No,
can
you
update.
doesn't have to bring it to another meeting.
Yeah.
no, but
We just need to, you just need to send it.
what I can do is I can update my application from last year. I'm ready for next week and send it to you.
So you're gonna, you were planning to send the exact application in?
No, not exact, I have to update it.
Okay. So send it to us so that we can review it, but I think we should vote to, is there a motion for him to apply for these two grants?
Make the motion.
We're discussing real quick. So what information do you need? What, other than the 501c, any other information that?
Well, yeah, we need some financial, that we can work with, model. They will ask us for some financials.
The actual financials?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a normal, I'm more concerned, not concerned, I just really want to make it a very tight
Yeah.
application so that they know that they're funding what they need to fund. Like if it's a workshop, I mean,
No, it's
how
actually,
you're putting it
it's
together,
a program that.
what it costs, they're asking you for, sorry,
Program,
I know, but they're asking you for a budget,
yes,
so,
I have to update it, yeah.
okay. So anyways,
I
that's.
mean, we did that work for the last year application, so I'm gonna update it, I'm ready for next week.
So
Then-
send it to, you want to send it to media? You want to change a motion,
I'll go ahead.
make a motion to,
In fact, we can always work together in the application, if you think we can work together, LCUAS and all mainstream, we can do something.
Go ahead and send it to me. I'll get back to the office and see, because I know we were applying for that one too. So let me see how that would work.
Normalmente ya no.
We applied last year, we didn't get,
Pero
we didn't get it,
tampoco.
pero we
I know,
asked.
I know some organizations like the Red Cross Stoppers, they apply each year and they receive the fund each year. So, I mean, I think it's just a matter of getting the fund one time and then we apply, do the work, right? And we're saying we will do.
So if we could just take this to just to approve him applying, with the help of media
The board?
and myself, or do a little review and provide some feedback.
And I can also help with reviewing the budget, like, can you see what in that last year? And then we can.
So please send it out and some dates that everybody can agree on. So we can, maybe even the Zoom call. Okay. Anything anybody want to add to that motion?
The documentation can be sent via Google Doc or shared file where we can all have input and that way we all have access. Before it,
So you want
we
to.
can help you out. Whenever.
So you can send it to the three.
Okay, now I have a technical question. How many people from the board can be in the same conversation? Because I remember sorry,
3, 4,
4 months.
under good.
Okay.
Unless they can search through our files and we have unlimited access. You know.
Well,
We'll expect that next week and then let's move forward, because I know
yeah, because the deadline is
the
approaching.
deadline is so that.
Okay.
And also, well, I'd like to report that I had a conversation last week with, you know, we wanna talk about the Tamil garden, your vision,
Is that in the director's
I don't know.
report?
Well, if that's your report, do you want to give the report or do you want?
You know, Ms. Mayra has called me last week to ask if we, as an organization, can help with your Tamil community garden. So my answer is absolutely yes, we can help. Consulting, really some seeds, plants.
Well, that sounds like a grant application to me, doesn't it, guys?
That's what I'm answering, I mean, yeah.
That sounds like, I mean, I don't know if the project works there, but, you know, that sounds like a good relationship. All right, so you'll send it, she can,
And also, last thing I guess, the Laredo, the South Texas food bank is offering me a fridge. Now, we don't have a commercial fridge. We don't have that, facility to have it right now, in the garden, but if the Navarro offer himself to include that next month, so they can rehabilitate the shed that we have, so we can fit the fridge there.
You talking about the fridge that we bought before, the one that we have in stock, or there's another fridge?
Now, this is a brand new, commercial fridge that the food bank is offering us.
Wait, and what do you need? What, you need like a,
El cuartito que se haga más grande.
okay,
Does it need outlets? So you need space and outlet. or
Sí,
just
ya
space?
tenemos booths y todo, pero necesitamos un poco más de espacio. That's it. Pero hay que remodelar, porque es madera, triplar, son material from labor.
okay. I will have to get engineering involved in it, just to make sure that we don't knock anything down that we're not supposed to.
Yeah, yeah,
Or-
this is to put in the carriage house?
yes. Bueno, enseguida, next to the carriage house.
Can I see it?
That's commercial fridge.
Can you
That's how
pass
the
this to-
food bank is making available.
Sí. I mean, it's,
It's a refrigerator, so in terms of
Oh.
produce, it can keep its temperature which it allows the life expectancy of your produce to be extended. Because it's refrigerated. Since it's commercial, then you can.
How is it gonna be in a space that is,
But you need ventilation as well.
and air conditioning? I mean, I can't imagine you can just leave it outside in the heat, not outside, but without even covered. I don't know,
I know Mr. Navarro really quickly, while I was walking down the hall, he mentioned to me, so we're gonna meet today. So that's what I'm saying. Number one, just make sure that we don't mess anything because of the building that we're not gonna mess around with. Number two is, and I'm pretty sure it needs ventilation and cooling. Me imagino, right, to be under shade and all that. So let me set something up with you to get engineering over there. All right, so that we can kind of give it an idea. And if we get their blessings, then I'll give my construction guys to whatever we can help. I just don't want to touch anything until I get their approval. Okay?
So if you don't mind, can we, like, maybe this is a time to bring up item number 14? Because I don't know if the councilman had a chance to talk to you.
Councilwoman, so she's not, no, she sent us an email.
Oh, I
She
see.
sent us an email requesting possible office space for Lucas. She sent it to myself, I think Mr. Chamberlain was involved in there too, you know. I think it's a great idea. I mean, there's office space there, there's, the first floor, right? The second floor is still, that's the lower one. But if we can, I mean, it's remodeled, it's really nice. It's just, we have a conference room there. I mean, it's just a matter of going and getting an MOU, I would imagine, with the city. Something that the organization would have to approach, management and our legal department so that we can come up with an MOU and possibly use that as an office space.
Well,
I mean, it's there.
it's not being used, and
No.
it's conditioned.
And we take care of it. We go we clean it every once a week or 2 weeks, we go clean it out.
Pick up the mail.
Yeah, so, I mean, the garden is,
Okay,
as you were saying, that it's all clean, it's just the inside. And there's a conference room, this is.
We could even have our kids there.
so is it, well,
One thing you have to get reported.
I don't know about that, but I do think that maybe if the refrigerator fits in there, at least it's conditioned space.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I need to,
So should we meet there? Should we?
May I just mention something, CM? Sonoma reached out to Dr. Chamberlain today and just wanted to, very quickly let you all know that the city is looking to move forward with the office space, at the Conceptual House, and the meeting will be held at a later date. So
Okay,
that was her update.
okay, so maybe at some point we can meet there before next month.
right, because maybe the fridge can, be in the basement area or somewhere in there that's already. Air conditioning can possibly.
You can get it down the stairs.
Like, I think I-
Well, yeah, it's got it.
See, okay.
Yeah,
well,
so we'll
maybe-
set up a meeting there. So,
So,
but we told them to move forward, we just gotta get into the MOU with the city
okay,
to come up with. And so,
well, should we wait for you for some dates or something? I don't know how to, like, just on a task thing, like do
So-
I send out an email? So,
yeah, so I guess what we can do is, either yourself or Richard to reach out to, Alejandra, that's her council assistant. So that she can set up to set up a meeting, with her regarding this order. Oh, Ms. Frank, if you want to do that, Alejandra Quintanilla is her council assistant. So that she sets up her schedule and meetings and all that stuff and also do that, meet up here.
I'll just put you all on an email, with, like CC everybody,
Mhm.
right?
Alejandra Quintanilla is her.
Okay. Do you want to be at that meeting? I mean, obviously.
I have to be
you
here.
have to be there.
I could be there,
Okay,
but
great.
if you would also like to include Dr. Chamberlain.
Of
then I
course.
think that would be great.
Okay, so this is a Viviana task, okay? Okay, I'll send out that email. Is there anything that we need, well, did we vote on the grants or not yet? No, not yet, okay. So, there's a motion to go ahead and give our executive director a green light on 2 grants, which he will share with us on Google and we'll be able to help with some remarks. And hopefully get them in before the due dates. So, is that the?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. On to the next. Oh, okay, Sabrina, you just came just in time.
Hello.
Are you ready to give your Food Policy Council update from the last meeting?
Sure. Our last meeting, so we changed our meeting structure to the first Tuesdays of each month, at 2 p.m. I believe our next meeting is October 3rd, also at 2 p.m. And, we're using Christina, the Health Department's WebEx. I don't know if that's okay, but that's what we've been using. The last meeting, we
Hold on, it's every third month is gonna be in person or
went every third month will be in person.
Okay.
And then we'll just continue with virtual monthly until the third month.
Okay,
When will the third month be?
That will be, November,
Okay.
so the first Tuesday of that month, which is
No, that's fine.
November 7th, yeah, yes. So last meeting, some of the things one of the things we talked about was the Master Gardener program. I'm still waiting to hear back from Angie Salinas at the Webb County Extension Office. And they're gonna have, I mean, it's open to anybody who's interested. I think Jose Luis is interested in getting that certificate, but also there are people that go through the program need to complete hands-on hours,
60 hours.
60 hours of hands-on work. So they're gonna hopefully set up something so they can go to the Consejo Garden and work there. We also kind of discussed the healthy food system plan and that it was passed, which I think we discussed.
which everybody has their copy and their,
And then you as Pedro.
so that they can,
So, right, so that, if y'all would like to go through the plan and particularly the implementation matrix that are kind of in the end of the packet, and highlight what you find that is already happening, or also something you would like to take an initiative on, and, something you think that can happen, and then come to our next food policy council meeting and present kind of on what you think, how you think we should move forward with that particular objective of the plan. That's kind of what we're gonna be working on at our next food policy council meeting. And working on how to move forward and start actually implementing the matrix, with each objective and strategies.
also, everybody has a plan to take with them and the pin drive so that hopefully you all on your websites, you will load it up and highlight it.
The health
Monitor.
department, the health department just uploaded it to our website as well.
That's,
Yes.
and, just to add on a little bit on what Sabrina said, there are already projects in motion, that are in the plan. Wait, my pen is leaking. Do I have ink on my face? Okay. Okay, I just want to be talking here with a purple nose or something. Okay, so there are, if it's not exactly, it's very close to what is already being suggested in the plan. And what we're asking the people here and, departments and organizations and people in the Food Policy Council or the orgs in the Food Policy Council to start, kind of breaking those silos and helping get this 5-year plan. That people are already working on things here and there to generate that collaborative effort between organizations and implement as much as we can, as quickly as we can, this 5-year plan. The whole point of the exercise is to break those silos and get everybody to to start, recognizing that there are synergies in working together on some of these things. Not to mention, it's a lot more fun than doing it by yourself. And, anyways, so, the idea is to definitely, start making these projects that are already happening. As an example, there is a project that several orgs are working on, the health department, LCUAS, and City Mapletree, with people of lived experience in Azteca neighborhood to address food desert issues that are causing a lot of problems in this area. It's a very isolated part of the city. If you all have not been there, I'm sure most of you have, but it's a beautiful area of the city in terms of the green resources that are there. It's a very unique part of the city. It has the only waterfall in the city. It has so many incredible qualities, but it has no meeting space, the little store that was there closed, the HEB closed. They have several, it answers several of these healthy food system, these different sectors very, very directly. And if the Methodist healthcare system does support this particular project, there's a potential of over $1 million that are going into that particular project. It's a complex process with them, but it means it is a project that also can be a blueprint for other areas of the city that experience the same problem. Maybe not in exactly the same way, but if it's able to work, it'll work in other places. We have also, is there any other project that we're missing? I know that there was a couple, but
The only,
we'll keep it fast.
I wanted to, I'm not sure if it was already discussed, but I know that Dr. King wanted to,
That's right.
us to work on
We're
it.
still, we need to meet with Elizabeth.
Yeah, I know he was out of town, but I just wanted to see where we are.
He does want a volunteer-based, community garden, in his district. And, certainly we know how those work. It's different from just the community garden where people just go and, of course, have their little plot. We know that doesn't work. So this is, he was away for a few days. We're supposed to meet and talk about that. We'll get together and we'll see if there's a project there. So we do have in this, one community farm garden. I'm trying to change it from garden to farm, community farm. Anticipated as part of the first 3 years, or I don't know if it's the 5 years, one in each district. I think we have 3 done, but, like we have Penn Central in one district, we have the one at, which one? Hillside, that's another one. Is that it? Because the one at Paskin is no longer?
It's still operating, we got the elderly they're working with and maintaining it as well.
So is it actually producing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do
So
they,
that's the one that
That's-
Mr. Lopez,
Big.
worked there, right?
Yes.
Rolando Lopez.
well, you need to offer them workshops. As
Yes.
part of what LCUAS does. I mean, if they already have the volunteer base there, that's great.
Yeah, we can get out there and like, especially with the seniors, we have a senior center there that helps us maintain it and help.
Yeah, I saw
Can you
Mr.
put that-
Lopez- yes, I saw Mr. Lopez this morning at Central, just a matter of, asking to we are willing to have a workshop.
No. You can just approach them and say we would like to give a workshop there to them, because that's something that LCUAS can really do. Soil preparation, those kinds of. And so, are there any questions on the policy council? Shall we move on? Oh, my favorite part. You wanna,
Yeah, so, I wanted to introduce Ms. Myra Hernandez. She's from TAMU, and, I wanted to see if we could, nominate her as an academic sector representative. I've worked with her ever since I started at Department of Services. She's very capable. She's very willing. She has a great team behind her. And she's involved in a lot of the similar initiatives that we have going on. And she's no stranger to LCUAS. She's been here in previous meetings and in preparation for the Food Policy Council Food Town event. And so, she's very well qualified, I think, for the role, and I think would really help put LCUAS in a better position. You wanna say any words?
Do you have any questions? I think I've worked with most of you, if not all of you, at some point in time, whether with gardening or make a difference, big events, service projects, or other initiatives, or you were a student at the university and we work for multiple projects. So anything that you all need, again, it will be a representative from the education perspective. And so I'm eager to see what else we can partner with the school districts and the community college, obviously, because those are definitely in the forefront to educate our new and incoming workers.
thank you for, accepting nomination, and, all those in favor, motion?
Doing a motion,
Yes. Yes,
motion to accept Myra
Hernandez
Hernandez to,
as our academic sector representative.
as an academic sector representative.
I second.
All those in favor?
Right?
Yay, guys have it. Thank you for joining.
Welcome.
You're a great energy for any organization you're in.
She is, I've worked with Myra before and she always has great ideas, great, always helping and great attitude. So you helped in so many ways. I've worked with you in different like projects and stuff, so I think you're gonna be great.
Yeah. So I think we've already covered 10, right? Is that okay? So,
Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add to the grants update?
and I think we already covered 11 quite by accident, unless somebody wants to have another chance at this item. Grants update. So, shall we continue? Yes? Okay. What time is it? We're almost at
8:21.
Okay, we got some time, a little bit. So discussion with possible action on hiring a program coordinator to assist in managing the mission of Lucas and the goals of healthy food system plan with the Laredo Food Policy Council. I put this item on the agenda, just to begin discussion on this because, the grant that helped us finish this and help with the facilitation of city makery, with the Food Policy Council, legal. So, that doesn't mean we won't help. That doesn't mean that we won't continue to, put agendas out and do that kind of thing. But the real kind of facilitation that, getting people to work together and doing the meetings and the kind of coordination that is needed for all the things that LCUAS is supposed to do. He's done a great job in the production side of this. And I'm not, I was trying to make sure people understand we're not talking about, another executive director. This is like a program coordinator that would, take on the programming of this huge endeavor. We'll get you the bylaws also. We'll send them to you so that, right. So, oh, you have them?
No, I will check you.
Oh, okay. We have a lot to do and, unfortunately, it takes 3 people to do what he's been trying to do by himself. So, and it's just like not possible. So, I'm putting this on, I mean, obviously the money is not there. But, what I just want to hear from you all is, to put it on the horizon and to say, okay, if we're taking all of these things that this organization is supposed to do, including, making this actionable as much as possible, then we're gonna have to hire more people, and we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. So, I'm opening it up for discussion.
I 100% agree. I think there needs to be someone, a program coordinator, just to focus on that, and that would help the executive director get more organized and be able to get more things like a program more running a little bit more, what's the word? Official, yeah, and then efficient, and also it will give you more opportunities for grants. So instead of you thinking of a program, instead of you wanting to create a program for the grant, we need to have it already organized to where the programs are already established, and it's easier for us to apply for the programs, but for the grants. You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to come up with something that it might work, it might not work, they might like it, they might not like it. So I do agree, thinking of hiring a program coordinator, and like you mentioned, there's no money right now, but maybe we need to start planning or figuring out how to incorporate that salary or something.
Put it out into the universe.
Yeah, but I do agree, it's very important to, and I know what it is to be trying to do, one person trying to do everything for an organization. Like, it can be difficult, but.
So the LBB grant, is aligned with educational components,
Correct.
which equals to a potential position to provide that support. So maybe that's an idea, instead of focusing on the actual program itself, rather look for funding to secure for a position to help coordinate and logistically streamline, the resources. I don't know, that's something of thought. And that's what.
Well, so if they can build capacity in that way, if they do that, that's an incredible, that would be great if they did that. We need those kinds of organizations that will help build capacity. I know that the city is interested in LCUS, and as the climate change debate and realities happen, the more interested everybody is. And we have a huge responsibility to the city, whether it be food, accessibility, water, soil, a canopy. There's another project in Azteca for addressing canopy. That's part of that MHM grant as well. LCUAS is on that one as well. It's a mammoth undertaking. So anybody else have, I'd really like to hear what you all think. Is it?
So this is, right now, this be like on a voluntary basis? Is that what we're trying to?
No, I think right now we're just talking about it. Obviously, we can't say, okay, well, actually, maybe we can put a job description.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get a group together,
That's
could
what
put a job description together of what we're really actually,
Yeah.
and just start putting it out there.
Yeah, I think that would be the first step, is to get a job description, to come up with a job description so that we can, and as I'm thinking, like when I had to do a park, we had never had a park planner before.
Mhm.
We have a park planner now, have we ever had a park planner, so we had to get all the different descriptions to exactly what we're looking for.
Right.
And you'll be surprised how much is out there that we compile all this information. We know what we're looking for,
Mhm.
you know, so I think we need to either come up with ideas or, you know, put it all together. So we can also just come up with, prerequisites as far as what we need from this person. So that would be the first step.
I guess we identify the position that we're trying to, for the future, like we're not identifying what position is needed and the descriptions, let's come up with that first. And then that'll be like the first step, and then once it'll start aligning all together.
And do you need a motion to move forward with?
Or is this like a vote to like move forward with just doing a job
Just
description?
doing a job description, I mean, I don't think we need to do a motion for that, I mean, but first of all, are we all accepting, we're on hiring or looking into, or moving forward with this position, I guess is what we're looking
Actually
for.
not hiring a program coordinator, but we're not gonna hire.
No, is that what it says here?
Yeah, it says.
No, okay, okay, hold on just a second. I'm just gonna. Well, wrong word, but I guess, maybe,
I was gonna say-
it's just for, it's just, I guess maybe the motion is not to hire, obviously, but to put together a job description of what we're looking for.
Right,
And then, you know, we'll bring it back and then we can figure out the next step, you know, until we have to like,
a job description for a possible hire
Right.
of a program coordinator.
okay.
Let's move for that.
So is that a motion?
Yes, that'll be a motion.
Okay. So we have a motion on the table,
A second.
a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I will send out an email with, with a Google Doc. And I will put the bylaws in there and I'll put, you know, just so that we know what we're supposed to be looking for. And just, you know, build it up that way and see what we come up with for the next meeting, just so that we can, you know, get this ball rolling. Okay.
Would you be able to add the executive director's, description as well, so we can kind of compare and?
Do
Do
we,
we have one?
do you have the, yes,
I think I have the old one with
can you send that?
Yeah.
So that we can,
So
we don't wanna-
we can-
we don't wanna overlap, we just wanna make sure that we can start getting this.
And give you that help, like, maybe we can, you know, like, move some.
I don't know if I have it because it was designed before I got hired, but somewhere it has to be the
The description.
Yeah, I should have a file from.
Okay, well, I will send out an email with Google and we'll start adding whatever we need to add. Okay. Move on to the next item is 13. This is a big one. Discussion with possible action to hire an accountant to file as needed to maintain our 501c3 with an IRS, with the IRS. I don't know how else to do this, except that we need to get somebody on board and start reviewing our books, because we're gonna need to file with the IRS, the 501c3. Does anybody have any suggestions or?
To maintain your status over 501.
Yes, we have to file. And it has to be somebody separate from the people here.
It's, what's the name of that form? 99,
I know, it's
99,
something like that, 900 or 99.
99C or something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
right now, we don't have a lot of money coming in, so it's not like this big thing, but pretty soon there'll be, one grant can pull it over. So, and it'll need a official, audit, not so much auditing, but certainly an accountant putting it together.
We work with Ruben Soto. He's really good with nonprofits. He's not very cheap, but I don't think we have a lot of, like movement and things that it doesn't need like a lot, like a big file for now. So I can mention it and ask him. We've been meeting with him a couple of times a week because we're working on some stuff with Main Street, so I can definitely bring it up and ask him, explain the situation that we're fairly new for 501c3. There's not a lot of, action in our bank accounts and but we just see how he can help us or how much he would charge us just to keep filing so we can continue, keeping the 501c3 status. So I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Great.
And
And
then,
I know him, just, I know him pretty well, not very well, but I mean, we've sat on a couple of things together.
okay,
But he knows me by my name. Okay, so you could just say, it's true.
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
People he knows.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll give you all an update to see what, more or less the fees and.
Thank you.
We used to work with another one, but when we moved with Mr. Soto, we realized the other one was charging us some stuff that weren't even needed to be charged. So, I mean, although Mr. Soto is a little bit pricier, it ended up being less than what we were paying with our previous one because they were just doing stuff like, it's hard to get an accountant that is really good with 501c3s.
So
if you-
I may know somebody else, I don't remember her last name. Jackie,
Well, Jackie works with Ruben, they're kind of like.
they do
Yeah,
work together.
Jackie's working right, but Jackie's really busy right now, so,
Yeah.
but I can ask her, but Jackie, we also work with Jackie.
Okay, great.
I can
So,
ask both if you want.
sure.
I mean, I can go through Jackie first, cause
Should
she,
you just ask for quotes?
Yeah, just.
I think at this point, I think that considering the circumstances, just going up for
Tell them,
not a bid, but a quote.
right now, it's what, $50,000-$60,000 a year max that we've been bringing in, and it's really the city money that is the lion's share of that, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll talk to them, no later than tomorrow, and I'll give you an update.
Okay. I think we need a motion for that. So, all those, sorry.
Make a
Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to hire an accountant for continue our 501c3.
We have a motion on the table. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
Is there any
I'll second
second?
it. Yes.
Somebody
Oh,
second.
sorry, second it. Might have seconded. Or, sorry. It's talking to her. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's see. Last item is,
We already discussed.
oh, we already talked about that. Great. We're done.
Before, the minutes approval, if you all wanna look them over but I move a motion to approve the minutes as presented. And anybody who wants to approve, wants to second it.
Just for the record, for this meeting, I think I walked in late, was when we had it here, is that right? Did we have it here or did we? It was over here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I mean, I was, I walked in late, but I was not absent.
I think that was for the one before.
Oh, okay, but I missed that one.
okay. There's a video, if you want to check it.
Yeah, no, you're right, I wasn't.
And the June 12th one was the one you were present
Okay.
for. and that-
All right,
Okay, great.
I'll second. Did you make it a motion?
Yeah.
You second, all those in favor? Passing the minutes? All those against? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn?
Second, going to adjourn second.
Okay, you motioned, that's.
Oh, no, no, no.
He's in a hurry. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We did it in an hour if we had all gotten here. Just FYI. Okay. Because, if we can get, there's not a lot of people on this board, so we need to keep it on.
When was our next meeting? I forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was thinking that-
Third Thursday of every month, so it should be on the 19th of October.
Well, I have a conference following Thursday. Want to make-
So, thank you all. These are very exciting moments in Laredo. I think if we can keep moving, it's like gonna be, we'll be able to.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all.